Hey guys, CNC Woodworker with you here. Couple of things. I've been requested to totally film everything I do on this dual carve. So this video may run into a little bit. I'll try and edit it down so it's not quite so long. I edited that parts I don't think they'd be in the video. But anyhow, before I start that, I wanted to mention something. I've had a lot of guys tell me they like my videos simply because I'm giving them a lot of information nobody else is. Actually, trials and tribulations, I guess you'd call it. But one thing I've noticed with the clamps that I didn't like, the clamps come with a bolt and that small washer, washer, excuse me. And if you're like me, as you clamp that down, that small washer comes in here and bites down into this slit that's cut in here and makes it difficult. So what I did, and if you can see, just real simple there, I went and got a bigger washer, put it underneath the small washer between it and the head of the boat, and that alleviates that problem there. Just something for you guys that are really new to this and haven't used it, or thinking of buying it and haven't used it. If you do, before you go out, go ahead and get you some larger washers to put over this so it doesn't chew down into here like it does and become difficult to use. Okay, what I've got over here, I'm going to move this around a little bit, get it over here where I can adjust it, and we're going to start this thing. Again, I apologize for the length. This may get a little lengthy, but I've been requested by 2 or 3 people to do this a couple of times, and I haven't done it simply because I knew it would be quite time involved. But we're going to do it one way or the other. Here we go. Alright, I'm going to zoom this in a little bit. Now what I've done, right here on this piece of wood, X marks the spot. I put a little X there. And I'm going to use that X to set my 0 for my 1/4 inch bit. Then I'll use that same X to reset the 0 for the 1/8 inch bit when I get to that part. So we're all set up over here. I'm going to change this to 0.01 inch on the step interval. Turn this on. And I'm also going to leave my dust shoe off, as you can see, so we can see what's going on. And just revert to using my vacuum as I was using it before, because I'll have dust over everywhere, but hey, you do what you do. Alright, what's going on here? That's on. That's on. Why am I not getting anything here? Huh. Okay, I'm going to pause the video, find out what's going on here, and I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay guys, we're back. For some reason I'm moving this thing around the other day and doing stuff. I had obviously made a disconnect over here somewhere, but once I wiggled a few wires around, it turned back on. So here's how. Someone said, well, how do you zero your machine? Well, here's how I zero my machine. I line it up here. I take a piece of paper, and let me see if I can do this left-handed. I'm left-handed, but I do my computer work all right-handed. So it's like I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's see, I want to go bump that in the Y and go down in the Z. Okay, now that paper's tight, so I'll go up 1 in the Z, pull my paper out, and go down 1 bump in the Z. Now, that has set my Z0 for the 1/4 inch bit. So I'm going to back this out a little bit and start cutting the rough cut on the T after I turn on my vacuum here. Thank goodness I got that quieted down. I'm not fighting with that noise. Start carving. Of course, right away I got dust flying everywhere. I do like my dust shoe. This doesn't happen with my dust shoe. Just cut that off and let it go. Clean it up after. Of course you can tell, if you can't tell, I'm cutting in plywood, which makes a bit of an extra mess anyway. We're cutting to a 1/8 inch depth of cut here. according to the computer, is completed. Let's do this little bit of finish cut here, and then it'll go back to the home position. There. Okay. I'm going to say yes, it looks great. I don't need to share this, and we're going to go over here and do carve. Confirm the thickness. Material secure. Detail pass. I'm going to lock my motors. I'm going to raise that up. Let me change this back to 1/10 of an inch step interval so it'll go a little quicker. And we're going to raise that up. And I've got my motors locked. But even if I move it, I've got X marking the spot here, so hopefully I'll be able to get back to the same 0 point that I have before. Taking the 1/4 inch collet off. There, 1/4 inch collet is removed. Put the 1/8 inch collet on. Get my 1/8 inch bit. Insert it. And lock it down. Now folks, that bit is not going to slip. I can't pull it at all. I don't think it's slipping, but anyhow. Okay, we're going to lower this back down and set my 0. I'm going to change this to 0.01 step interval. Interval. Excuse me folks, I'm in Texas, I can't talk. Now I'm going to turn this like I did the other bit, where I'm looking at the broad side of the bit here. Oh, as far as I can tell visually, that is lined up exactly on that X, just like the other one was. We'll go in here and okay, that's, even though I can pull that paper out, it's not, well, maybe I can go down one more. Let me raise that back up. Back down. Okay, paper's not coming out. One step up, pull the paper out. One step back down. I'm going to detail pass, continue. Confirm bit size. Confirm the home position. Raise the bit. Spindle is on. Start carving. And there it goes. far it's doing the same as it's always done. It starts out this carving, it carves that outer edge, then it comes back and starts detail carving the letter. And I'm just going to let it run here till it gets to the end, and let's see if it gouges that hole around the outside like it's done every other time that I've done this. Well, folks, I've got to admit, that's a first. It worked fine that time, wouldn't you know it? So, I don't know that I've done anything different than what I've done before, other than I took the dust shoe off. Maybe when I'm doing a dual carve, I just can't use the dust shoe. I don't know if that dust shoe's being on there is affecting my setup in some way. Other than putting the paper and marking the X spot, which I might ought to do that from now on, but other than using the paper, when I have the dust shoe on there, I can't really get in there with the paper. I do it all visually. But even at that, I wasn't adjusting this height difference 0.25 inches. They just are 0.025 inches difference. It just wasn't happening. And when it carved around here, it carved fine. Now there's a little ridge in here. That's from the 1/8 inch bit that didn't, for some reason it didn't carve that smooth. And over here, this is not totally smooth, but it's acceptable. I can go in there with sandpaper and clean up most of that. So I don't know what to tell you, folks. That one worked.